Viewers, you are welcome. From where you're watching from, presenting to you this tutorial, I'm Tutor Patrick Divine. That is my name, Tutor Patrick Divine. In this tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to solve quadratic equations using the formula method. Okay, how to solve quadratic equations using the formula method. Okay, so these questions, they actually come in paper 2. All right, they actually come in paper 2 of your exam. All right, so in the previous videos we actually learned about solving quadratic equations but using other methods apart from the formula method. So if I recall very well, if you recall yourself, we actually did quadratic equations using the factorization method. We solved using factorization method as well as completing the square method. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to solve these quadratic equations using the formula method. Okay, using the formula method. And this question carries 6 marks in your exam. They carry 5 marks, I should say. They carry 5 marks in your exam, in your G12 exam, grade 12 examination. Okay, so you can't afford to lose all these marks. If you know what 5 marks can do to your exam, you better not miss this. Make sure that you share this video to other friends of yours so that we may benefit as a team, so that we shouldn't have difficulties in this video. So I want to make it simple to your level so that you won't have any difficulties to solve this kind of questions. All right, so if you are new to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and share the link to other friends so that whenever I do a video, you'll be notified because you subscribed to my channel. Okay, so I want you to subscribe. So as you are watching, down there where it is written subscribe, where it is written click, it is written comment, like, you need to check there. There is what where it is written subscribe. When you subscribe, that means that whenever I do a lesson, whenever I upload a lesson on my channel, you'll be notified that Tutor Patrick Divine has done a lesson. So I want to make it simple to your level. I want to make it simple so that you understand it very well. You can't afford to lose to lose 5 marks. Okay, so these questions, they come in paper 2. I actually got this question in 2017 of the final exam. Okay, the ECZ exam. All right, so this question, it is saying that solve the equation 3x squared is equal to 7x minus 1. Okay, so if you remember very well what we actually did in the previous video, so those who are new, who didn't do with us these quadratic equations, you can kindly go back to those videos. They are still on YouTube. You can search for them, or you can inbox me on this number on WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp me on this line. If you want tuitions, you can WhatsApp me on this line. I offer online tuitions for the GCEs, grade 12, grade 10s, even for the internal. I do offer the tuitions, online tuitions. All right, so you can inbox me on this number. I'll send you the videos. Okay, I'll send you the videos about this same lesson. All right, so they're saying that solve the equation 3x squared equal to 7x minus 1. Giving your answer correct to two decimal places. So you really need to know what a decimal place means. Okay, you need to know what a decimal place means. So a decimal place is a number after a decimal point. Okay, so you need to write you need to write that down. Okay, so a decimal place is a number after a decimal point. All the numbers that are after a decimal point. For instance, you have this as let's say you have 56.5 or 0.456 going on. Okay, so a decimal point, a decimal place, okay? A decimal place is a number after decimal point. So this is what we call a decimal point here. So all the numbers that are after a decimal point, that are after, there are these ones. These ones, they are before the decimal point, these ones. But decimal places, they are these ones that are after a decimal point. So they want you to round off the final answer that you are going to find to the nearest two decimal places. Okay, to two decimal places, meaning that two numbers that are after a decimal point. Okay, two numbers that are after a decimal point, those are the numbers that they want you to round it off. And you know that rounding it off, it is going to be this one, this number. This is 1, 2. These are the two numbers that are after a decimal point. So this number here, if it is more than 4, okay, if it is more than 4, that is when you get a 1 from here. Then you add it to this number that is following it. Suppose this number is 2. So if suppose this number is 2, the answer would have been 56.45, like that. But if this number, the way it is, this number is above 4, it is what, 6, right? So we are going to get a 1 from here. So meaning that the number is going to be 56.4. Then the one that you are going to get from here, you're going to add it to this number. Okay, so it is going to be what, 6, like that. You get 1 plus 5, that is what, 6. So they want you to round it off to the nearest two decimal places. That is the number that they want you to, that is the answer they want you to round it off to. Okay, so without wasting much of your time, I want us to solve this equation. So I actually taught you that quadratic equations, these are equations which are in a form ax squared, okay, plus bx plus c is equal to 0. That is what I said in the previous videos. So if you didn't watch them, kindly go back, you watch them. So these are the equations that they look like this. They must look like this, okay? They must look like this. It is a must. You find them looking like this, or they will look like the way they have come, like here. So meaning that they have a certain number that is attached to letter x, and letter x has to be what? Squared. So the first one has to be squared, okay, like it is squared here. Then the second one has to be what? Has to be attached to letter b, or to a number. So this is actually the coefficient. We call them coefficients, okay? So a coefficient is a number attached to a letter. A number attached to letter what? To letter x. A number attached to letter what? X squared. So c, it is the constant, all right? It is the constant number, all right? So this is how the quadratic equation should look like. So when it comes in this form, meaning that you have to take it to this form right here. You have to make it look like this. So this is the equation that we have. So we have 3, okay? So we have 3x squared is equal to 7x minus 1, like that. So if you see, c is not attached to any number here, to any letter, all right? So c is not attached to any common letter like these ones, x, this, x. So if you look at here, this one is what? Is squared, meaning that the one that is squared has to be what? On the first side. So we are going to put it here, 3x squared, like that, 3x squared. So what follows? So what follows is what? A number that is attached to what? Letter x. A number that is attached to letter x. And a number that is attached to letter x, it is what? It is this one, 7. Okay, so mean that it is going to move from here to where? To this side. And when it crosses the equal sign, it becomes negative 7x, like that. I want to make it simple for you, all right? So this is how it is going to be. And if you look at here, the equal sign is after what? is before the what? The 0. So mean that this side, they have to be somewhere 0. Okay. So meaning that this one has to move. This one is not attached to any letter. That means that it is a number that is constant. Okay. So a number that is constant, it is not attached to any letter. If you look at C, it's not attached to any letter, any common letter, X, letter Y, you know. So this number, it is going to move as well. This is negative. When it crosses the equal sign, it becomes positive 1, like that. So is equal to, so this equal sign, it is here. What is going to remain here? Nothing. And nothing is what? Is 0, like that. So we have arranged it in this form. So the first thing that you're supposed to do is to arrange it in this form, because a quadratic equation must look like this. Okay. So that is what you should do as the first thing. So the second thing, you need to know the formula. But to your level, you're not supposed to even know the formula, but you should know it, because sometimes for your mock exam, they want to bring for you. Like for some other schools, they don't bring formulas. Okay, they don't bring formulas. Some other schools, like when I was doing my grade 12, during the mock, they didn't give us these formulas, but we knew them. So you need to know them. Okay, you need to know this formula. It is actually simple. The formula that you can use is X. Okay, we call it a formula method. This is what we are doing. This is what we are actually doing. Okay, so it is X is equal to, okay, X is equal to negative B. Don't forget negative B, positive or negative, like that. A root, okay, root of what? B squared minus 4AC, like that. Like that. This has to be divided. The whole thing has to be divided by what? 2A. Okay? Has to be divided by 2A. So this is the formula that you need to know. But suppose you don't bother knowing it. These formulas, they actually bring them in your exams. So they'll bring these formulas in your paper. You will find them in your paper. So this is how it is. This is the formula that you are supposed to use. We call it the formula method. Okay, the formula method. So B, you know that B, it is what? It is this one. So B, it is a number that is attached to letter X. So here, meaning that it is what? B. So here, this is where our B is here. Okay, this is where our B is. This is where our B is. This is where our A is. Okay. Okay. So this is our A. If you look at A is attached to it is a number that is attached to x squared. And the number that is attached to x squared is what? Is this one. It is 3. So this is where our A is. Okay, this is where our A is. And here, okay, here, if you look at C is not attached to any letter. So meaning that this is where our C is. Okay, meaning that our A is what? Is 3. Okay, our A is what? Is 3, like that. Then our B, okay, our B is what? Our B is, you get it together with its sign. Okay, you get it together with its sign. So this one, it is what? Negative 7, like that. Okay, negative 7. So C, we have what? C, we have positive 1 here. C is what? Positive 1, like that. I'm sure you are able to understand. Make sure that you understand these 5 marks. You can't lose them. You can't lose them. If you follow what I am going to teach you, this is the procedure that I'm going to teach you that they actually recommend in your exam. Okay, so we know that this is our A, this is our B, and this is our C. These are the letters that we have here. These are the only letters that we have here. So what we're trying to find is to find the value what? The values of what? Of X. the values of x, and here there is a positive value and a negative value here. Okay, so mean that there are two numbers. Okay, so we are going to solve it. So we say x is equal to, what is our b? What is our b? What is our b? So our b, we have said that our b is negative. Our b is negative 7. So but don't forget, this is where a lot of people make mistakes. So you write it the way it is, negative, okay, then b. So b, it is what? It is negative 7. So b is what? Negative 7, like that. So what follows? It is positive or negative root. Okay, root of what? B. What is our b? Our b, we've put b here. B is what? Negative what? 7, like that. But it is squared, so meaning that we are going to square this. Okay, we are going to square this like that. Then there is minus 4. What is our a? What is our a? So our a is what? Is 3 here. Our a is what? Is 3. We are going to multiply it with what? Our c. Our c is what? Is 1. So we are going to put 1 here. It's just a matter of substituting these numbers. As simple as that. Make sure that you divide it starting from here. Okay? So it is what? 2 multiplied by what? Our a. Our a is what? Is 1. I mean our a is what? Is 3. So we put what? 3 here. So you don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about this. You don't need to worry about this. So you use a calculator. You use a calculator. So you'll be using a calculator. You don't have to worry about that. Okay. So you go like that. Okay. So what you're trying to find, you are trying to find what? You're trying to find x. Okay. So here you multiply negative times negative. It is what? It is positive what? Positive 7, like that. So you get it positive or negative, like that. So the root, okay? Root. What is 7 squared? 7 squared is just the same as negative 7 times negative 7, like that. Okay? Negative 7 times negative 7, like that. So you're going to multiply negative times negative. It is what? It is positive, meaning that the answer that you're going to have, it is what? It is positive. But if you enter it on a calculator like this, it will give you a negative. If you enter it the way it is, it will give you a negative. But in the actual sense, it is what? The answer has to be what? Has to be positive. So just know that when you are squaring a number that is in negative sign, it has to give you a positive sign when you are squaring it. Okay, when you are squaring it. So when you square 7, it has to give you what? 7 squared is 49, like that. 49, like that. Okay, 49, like that, minus, what is this? So you can actually punch this on a calculator if you want. You can actually punch this. So that is what? That is negative 4. Okay, negative 4 multiplied by 3. Okay, multiplied by 1. That is actually negative 12. So this is the negative what? Negative 12, like that. Okay, then you divide. So this part again, this part. So you multiply 2 times this one, 2 times 3. That is going to give you what? It is going to give you 6. As simple as that. 6, like that. Okay, 6, like that. So when you do the calculations here, 49 minus 12. What is the number? 49 minus 12. It is what? It is what? The number 49 minus 12. It is 37. Okay, it is the 37. So x is equal to 7 positive or negative root of what? 37 over what? Over 6, like that. Over 6, like that. Like that. Okay. So don't even worry. Don't even worry yourself. At if you try to find the square root of this one, you won't find it. No, don't even worry yourself. You are using a calculator. So with this formula, you always use a what? A calculator. You always use a what? A calculator like that. But to our level, we don't use a calculator. So, but you need to use a calculator. So it will be what? 7 positive or negative like that. So what is the square root of this one? Square root of 37, you punch it on a calculator. 37 like that. Square root of 37. So make sure that you write it the way it is. It is 6.08 276 253 like that. Don't even feel lazy to write it because you get all the marks from here. Don't even feel lazy to write it. You get all the marks if you write it like that. So where there is a positive and a negative, okay, where there is a positive and a negative, meaning there are two numbers. One is adding, okay, there are two values. One, or I should say there are two expressions. One is what is adding and the other one is what is subtracting. So it is going to be x is equal to what I'm meaning is there is one which is 7, then you get a plus 6.08276.253 over 6. Or there is another one which is x is equal to 7 like that, then you get the minus 6.08276.253 like that over 6. There are two numbers here. So when you write it like this, you get the whole 5 marks. When you just follow what I'm saying, you get the whole 5 marks like that. Okay, so from here, you can actually add this number. You already have it on a calculator. Okay, so when you rub it, you can even find it when you press answer, then equals. So you already have it on a calculator like that. So here they are saying that add 7 to it. So when you add 7 to it, you can punch it on a calculator, plus 7, okay? Plus 7, so it is going to give you this. Then there is what? There is divide by what? Divide by 6. You just write divide by 6, like that. So mean that this is the final what? The final answer, okay? This is the final answer. So x, okay? So here, x is equal to, so we have this number, you write it, the whole of it, 0.180460422, like that. And remember, I told you that the final answer, you need to round it off to what? To 2 decimal places. I said 2 decimal places, there are numbers after a decimal point. And the number that is following it, if it is more than 5, more than 4, meaning that you have to get a 1 from it, then you add it to this one. Since this one is what? Less than 4. So mean that we are going to get it the way it is. So it is what? 2 decimal places, this one and that one. So which is 1, 8. So this is the first value of x. This is the first value of what? Of x. So if you come to this one, this other one here, this other one. So they're saying that it is what? It is 7 minus 6.8276.253. Okay? Like that, then like this, then equals. And you know that it is what? It's saying that divide by what? By 6. So you divide by what? By 6, like that. Okay, so it is going to give you this number. Make sure that you copy the way it is. So you say x, so you say x is equal to 0.028729116, like that. So mean that when you say therefore x is equal to, when you round it off, 0. How many decimal places? 1, 2. So this you get 1 from it because it is more than 8. it is more than 4, so you get 1 from it, it's going to be 0.03 like that. So this is how you find the value of what? Of x. So you get your 5 marks like that. You get your 5 marks like that. So that's how you get your 5 marks like that. So I want us to solve another question, okay? I'll do it fast. This one I'll do it fast. I wanted you to understand so that you can solve these questions. I want you to understand. I wanted you to understand. That is why I was doing it slow. So this question came in 2018, okay? 2018 of the GC. So it is what? X is x squared minus 4x minus what? Minus 2 is equal to 0 like that. Okay, is equal to 0. So this one, it is already arranged in that form. This is the first, this is what? This is A, this is B, this is C, this is A, this is B, this is what? This is C. Okay, what I mean is A is equal to the coefficient of this, a number that is attached to this one, this x, it is what? It is 1. How about B? What is the number attached to B? So the number that attached to B, it is what? It is negative 4. So we put negative 4 like that. The number that is attached to C, it is what? It is negative 2 like that. Okay, so now you start solving. So it's saying that x, that formula is x negative b positive or negative root of what? B squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, like that. All right, so x is equal to negative. Okay, what is our b? Our b is negative 4. So you put negative 4 like that, positive or negative root of what? B, it is what? Negative 4. That is our b, negative 4 like that. Then you square it, minus 4 multiplied by what? Multiplied by what? 1. A, it is what? It is 1. So multiplied by 1. How about C? What is our C? Our C, it is what? Negative 2. Negative 2 like that. Then you divide the whole thing by 2 multiplied by what? What is our A? Our A is what? Is 1 like that. Is 1. Okay, then you continue solving. So x is equal to negative times negative, it is what? It is positive. So it is positive what? Positive 4. Then there is positive or negative root. So here when you square this, so I said that when you are squaring a number and it is what? It is a negative sign. So it has to be in positive sign because you multiply negative times negative. Okay, so what is the square root of what? What is 4 squared? So 4 squared, it is what? It is actually 16. All right, then you punch this on a calculator, or you can easily say negative times negative, it is going to give you what? It is going to give you positive like that. Then 4 times 1, that is 4. 4 times 6, that is what? That is, or 4 times 2, that is what? 8. Like that. Then you divide both sides by what? You divide by 2 multiplied by that, it is what? It is 2. Like that. Then it is what? 4 positive or negative, like that. Root of what? Root of 16 plus 8. 16 plus 8 is going to give you what? 24 like that. Then you divide by 2. Then it's going to be what? 4 positive or negative. What is the square root of what? The square root of 24. The square root of 24, it is going to give you 4.89897946486. Sorry, this is 8. Okay, so that is 8. Divide by what? By 2. Meaning that there are two numbers, which there is one which is adding and the other one is what? Is subtracting. So we copy them like that. That is what? 4 plus 4.8989799486 divided by 2, or x is equal to 4, there is minus 4.8989979486 like that. Then divide by 2 like that. So x is equal to like that. So x, you add now. You add. Okay. So you add. So if you add 4 plus 4, that is what? That is what? Okay. So let's start with this one. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, let's start with this one. So we have plus what? Plus 4. Plus 4, then divide by what? Divide by 2, like that. So the final answer is going to give you 4.449489743. Okay, then x is equals to, round it to two decimal places. So 4.12. So 4, this number that is following it, it is more than 4. So you get 1 from it, it's going to be 4, 5, like that. So or we find this one, x is equal to what? So we say 4, this other part. So we say 4 minus 4.898979. This is what? 794486 divide by 2. So it is going to give you negative 4 point so it is going to give you what? It's going to be x is equal to negative 0.4494897443, like that. Okay, so x is equal to negative 0 point, how many decimal places? 2, 1, 2, like that. So you get 1 from here. So it is going to be 4, 5, like that. So this is how you find your answer. This is how you find your answer. So I did it first because I taught you how to go about it. So you need to understand these questions. They are simple questions that you can't afford to lose marks on. So you just have to follow this procedure the way it is, the way I've shown you, the way I have shown you. Okay, so I want you to solve these questions. Okay, for your practice, it is for your practice. Okay, so this question actually came in 2020 of the GCE. All right, so it came in 2020 of the GCE. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so this question, they are saying that solve. Okay, so this is your exercise. Okay, your exercise for your practice, or should I say your assignment, like that. So question 1, you solve just 2 questions, then you send the questions, you send the answers in my inbox using that same number. Okay, that same number. So this question, they're saying that you need to solve the equation. Okay, solve the equation. All right, so solve the equation 2x squared plus 3x minus 7, like that, is equal to 0. Okay, it is equal to 0, giving your answer, your answer. Okay, your answers correct to 2 decimal places. Okay, decimal places, like that, decimal places, like that. Make sure that you practice that one. So you are going to solve question 2 as well. Question 2 as well. So let's see where we are going to get question 2 from. Let's see where we're going to get question 2 from. So question 2, we are going to get it from 2019. 2019. Okay, so 2019, where is the question? Where is the question? Where is the question? So you find that these questions always come. It always come. So you don't have to lose this. You don't have to miss it. You don't have to miss it. So this question always come. Okay, this question always come, and it is the same marks, 5 marks. Just imagine 5 marks. Can you lose these 5 marks? This is 5 marks. So you actually solve this other one. They are saying that solve the equation. So you actually copy the same statement. So the equation 13 minus 9x minus 5x squared, like that, is equal to 0. So you know how to arrange a quadratic equation. I'm just from teaching you. So you arrange this equation. Make sure that you send all your answers. Through the same number. Okay, so for those who are new, you can actually inbox me right here on this line. I add you to the WhatsApp group of my students, so that at least you would be learning with me. Okay, you'll be doing your revisions with me. I actually tutor the GCEs, grade 12s, 10 to 12. Okay, so I also tutor those who are doing their natural sciences in the first years. Okay, in the first years, natural sciences. I don't know what program you are doing, but suppose it is involving natural sciences, you can actually inbox me. Suppose you have difficulties, perhaps we can solve together. We can help one another. So this is actually my line here, my WhatsApp line. So you can call me on +2 60975334778, 0975334778. And remember, if you are new to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe. Go where it is written subscribe and click there. Make sure that you also share the link, so that others should benefit. Okay, so that others should benefit as well, not only you. Okay, so we need to subscribe. Okay, thank you for watching. Enjoy your questions, enjoy them. Thank you for watching.